Cosplay Stitch and Seam. I'm Pannon.
I'm V-Fire.
And I'm probably the luckiest podcaster on this channel. So, also, my name's David. I got to brag for a real quick second, you guys.
Do it.
I've been running into a bunch of just house stuff after house stuff after house stuff. It got to the point where it's like, hey, I might need to go sell some blood. As I'm trying to see if I can sell blood, spoiler alert, I can't. I got a tattoo too recently. I get a message from Pannon saying, hey, are you home? And I was like, I'm not going to be home for like another hour. And I was like, yeah, no, but my roommate's there, so you should be able to stop by. Like, I imagine it's for something podcast related or something along those lines, maybe another book or something. And they send me home. I get home before Pannon, and Pannon knocks on my door and hands me a copy of freaking Tears of the Kingdom that both Mercedes and Pannon have been so kind to pull together and buy me a copy for me. And that was, I cried. I don't know if Pannon told you, Mercedes, but I legit cried. Thank you guys so much for spoiling me. And I just needed to start this whole episode with just that positive vibe. Thank you so much for being my friends, you two.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad we could help. Like, I'd just been so excited about Zelda, and then talking to you the other day and hearing like that you wouldn't be able to play it like right away with us. I just like felt it in my heart. I was like, no, we have to do something.
Pannon all messages me and I'm all like, yes, we must do this.
Yay! So very glad we could do that. Well, if y'all at home want to give us a shout out for your horror stories, your happy stories like that one, or just to say hi, you can do that a multiple of different ways. First is our email, which is cosplaystitchandseam@gmail.com, or
you can go to the website, cosplaystitchandseam.com, and fill out our forms there, or
go to the Facebook page. And while you're on the Facebook page, join our fantastic community for our Work in Progress Wednesdays. If you're not a big fan of Facebook, we totally get it. We do have a cosplay Stitch and Seam Discord server that you can find the link to on our website. Join our fantastic community of people who want to see what you are working on. And while you're on the internet, if you wouldn't mind helping out the show by leaving us a review wherever your app lets you. Or if you've got a few bucks burning a hole in your pocket, we do have a coffee, KOFI, Cosplay Stitch, and a Patreon, patreon.com/Cosplay Stitch. For $3 a month, you get a shout out on the show every single month. And for $5 a month, you get to join us for our
Cosplay Chronicles.
I was
So
ready this
kills me.
time.
We play a D&D game every the first Sunday of each month that we can. It is a cosplay-themed D&D game, and it is always such a blast. There were gingerbread men that were necromanced into the...
Ginger Dead Men.
Yes, gingerbread to bug the other players, and it wasn't even my idea. It was all Pannon, so it was fantastic.
It was beautiful.
Yay. Sweet. Well, if you're looking, I don't know, like how to segue into makeup with that one. But if you're looking for makeup, you can always check out foxbeauty.store. They have some amazing eyeshadow palettes, liners, all kinds of fun stuff. And if you use the code Stitch and Seam, you can get 10% off your purchase of all vegan, not tested on animal products.
Woo!
Woo! So Mercedes, what kind of episode we doing today?
We are catching up. We haven't done a check-in in forever.
It has been
So,
a little bit.
I mean, to be fair, my last couple of weeks have been very absorbed in Tears of the Kingdom. As of this recording, I have achieved 2 Sage's Oaths. Heck yeah! And every time I get one, I wear one of the pins from the... I got the
I'm not
collector's
even
edition.
far enough to know what that is yet.
Yeah, same.
I'm like, ooh, that sounds
Seriously?
fancy.
Yeah.
No, really.
Yeah.
So for me, I got delayed because I made a personal goal to not start it until I had finished my costume for this event I went to last week. And so like the minute it was over, I was like playing it in my hotel room, just manically going through the like island tutorial section and just loving every second.
Yeah, that might be this whole episode is us just talking about Tears of the Kingdom. Not gonna lie.
I mean, I did want to talk about a couple of the like fandom related events I have been taking part in lately. The first one was actually before that weekend. I got to be part of a online, like kind of like a mini convention. We're doing a panel series that Tamra and Tiffany of Pros and Cons Cosplay, they are doing a like series of online panels that have to do with like kind of like demystifying how cosplay contests are run.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it was really great for their first session. It was closed to like certain Facebook groups that are specifically for showrunners, so they can like talk about different ways to like run and organize their shows.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
But they're hoping to expand it, and it was super fun. I got to talk with Pros and Cons. I got to talk with Binksy, and we had Benjamin Zaffray from the ECG. He's one of the organizers for the European cosplay community, and
Ooh.
yeah, there was a lot of really fun opinions. So like, make sure to take a look and watch for that one. Oh, and there was one more,
Yeah.
and I can.
Will they be sharing those publicly?
Those ones I don't think they are, but they plan on doing a new series of them.
Okay.
So I'm very excited about that.
That is super cool.
Yeah, it was really fun and well done, and they did like all the classes over like Zoom and shared it live on Facebook as they were doing it. So it was super fun, and people could pipe in with questions, and then they did like these breakout sessions where we got to talk to people like in smaller groups about how they run their contests and things like that. One of them was on like prize, how to like seek out sponsorships for your contest. One was on equity in cosplay. I did one on like organization and like scheduling with cosplay. So
Nice.
it was great. It was really fun. And then the other activity I got to take part in was the Denver World Trade Center's 50th anniversary. I got invited to take part in that as one of the like cosplayers to represent Japan. Because like they had consulate generals from several different countries, and the consulate general for Japan does a lot of work with their local cons like Nandesucon, and they were really excited to have cosplayers come and represent them and kind of be there to like entertain and take pictures with people and talk about their experiences with cosplay. And so I got to go there and do that and speed make a Shinobu Kocho from Demon Slayer. Yeah, and that was really fun. Got to meet like some really amazing people. They had an artist there who still does Japanese kites, like traditionally. He hand paints all of them.
Whoa.
He's actually going to be at Anime Expo this year doing a presentation too.
Ooh.
And yeah, so make sure to check him out. I think his last name was Tokio. Tokio. And then, yeah, we got to hang out a little with like all the different countries. Canada's booth was so much fun. They had a poutine buffet and a little like mini hockey goal you could like smack your hockey puck into. And then they had a little like poster board thing you could stick your faces in to take pictures. That was it was a deer and a Mountie. I'm going to send it to you guys in like our private chat so you can see how derpy I look. But
oh, heck yeah.
Here I go. But it was really fun, and like oh good, we got like that genuine reaction on audio. Yeah, they had people from all over. They had like Germany, they had Ethiopia, the Caribbean, like all kinds of stuff, and like artists from different places all over the world. They had like this cute little alpaca stand, because you know, like those you see at anime conventions a lot, those like alpaca booths.
Yeah.
The little stuffed ones. These ones were actually made from alpaca's wool. So they were so soft. Like they were just so soft, like hugging a cloud.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Ooh.
So that's what I've been up to outside of playing Tears of the Kingdom, which I have not put in like 70 hours yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, it won't take long.
We won't talk about how long I've been on it.
No judgment. No judgment. What have you been up to, and including Tears of the Kingdom? Have you done much outside of that? Have you, like, what can you tell us without too many spoilery stuff for those listening?
Walking trees scare the crap out of me. It's supposed to be a forest. The trees are supposed to hold still, and then when you walk by and one moves, I jump. Every time.
Did not think that they would make a reference to The Happening in this game. Gonna be 100% honest, where the trees are just trying to kill you.
Okay, but did you see what they're called?
What
Instead
are they called?
of evergreens, they're evermeans.
Wait.
That was the part that just it put me over. Yep.
That's fair.
Oh,
Oh
Oh,
man,
my
that's
word.
so good. That's so good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
how did I miss that? I know how I missed
lost
that.
my train of thought now.
I know exactly how I missed that. I just, every
Uh-huh.
time they show up, I'm like, no! And I go and kill them.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I haven't actually taken a picture of them.
Have you two seen the gloom that is on the surface level?
Yes, the one that chases you.
The one that chases you. Okay, cool.
Ugh.
That was the second thing I ran into.
Ugh.
I have
Ugh.
words. I have words for that I cannot say on this podcast. Let's just say I noped out of there so fast when I found the first one. At first I was like, oh, cool. Oh, that's neat. It's kind of like the Dead Hands. And then I was like, nope. But it wasn't nope I was saying.
I missed the Guardians. I missed the Guardians. Did either of you play the prequel game to Breath of the Wild?
Yes.
Ooh, what was that one?
It was like
The
a
Hyrule Warriors.
yeah, Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, I played some of it. Yeah, I cosplayed
yeah.
from it because I did Sia, or not Sia.
Oh, not
Lana.
that one. Not that one.
Oh, not that one.
There's one that they did for Breath of the Wild specifically.
Oh, okay.
Pen,
I did
and
not
you
play
haven't?
that one. No, I played the one with
Pan.
Lana and Sia.
We're gonna fix that.
But I want to say that they had like time travel in that game. It's been long enough that I don't really
Ooh.
recall it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so,
there's a little bit in there, yeah.
so I was kind of like, I wonder how they're gonna tie that back in. And like, I haven't seen any like plot things that connect that Hyrule Warriors to Tears of the Kingdom. So this is me talking out of my butt. And it was just like, oh, are they just gonna like completely forget about this thing? Because I was really like, I enjoyed that. I thought it was a lot of fun. But yeah, just a side little tangent of like, didn't they have like their own little time travel-y little story bit in that game?
They
So
did, and in my opinion, it split the timeline again. So,
classic.
because yeah,
See,
Breath of the Wild wouldn't have happened if the stuff in that game happened, kind of stuff.
Oh, fancy.
It's fun.
I will say I did a cosplay thing. I have not been doing a lot of cosplay thing.
Oh my gosh, what'd you do?
I played the game Control. I know, Pan, and you've played it. Have you played that, VFire?
Not yet. It's on my list.
I highly recommend it. I think the concept is fantastic. And I think that the gameplay and the controls are great. The story is a little meh, but here in real time, I will send you what I've been working on. I 3D printed the weapon from it.
Ooh.
And I'm
awesome.
putting on the final touches to the paint right now before I glue it all together. And so I've just kind of been sanding it so that way it'll seamlessly fit together. I'm kind of in a little rut right now. Like, do I sand this side or do I sand that side more?
Whoa.
So I
That looks
3D
awesome.
3D printed the whole thing. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. And now I just need to add some wear and tear and some highlight yellow. It's all colors I can see easily, so that's super helpful. But
that looks great.
It's just like, and I did all the hard part. I did all the sanding, and then I just put it away. I was just like, it's just there.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh my gosh.
Well done.
Thank you. I got up to 1,000 grit sanding on it.
Wow.
Nice.
And I'm really proud of it. The barrel in the center still spins right now. The trigger's all glued in. It looks fantastic. I'll share it on the Discord server when I'm done with it.
Yeah.
But that's been my big cosplay thing. But I've been consuming a lot of anime lately. I know I talked a little bit about this before, but Blue Lock is legit probably the best anime I've watched all year.
Wow. I keep hearing about that one because I like sports anime, and it's kind of like soccer but battle royale, isn't it?
Yeah. But
okay.
and it starts out with, so the premise is like, hey, Japan wants to win the World Cup one day, but the reason that we're winning, or at least our theory is that the people of Japan are just too nice and polite. So we need to make the most egotistical, selfish striker in all of soccer history. And you're like, oh, I don't know about that, because it feels like really messed up to like make somebody selfish. But by the end of it, I don't know if either of you watched Food Wars.
Yes.
Food Wars is so good because it's like they're constantly like, I lost, but I learned so much from it. And that's how it goes too. And it just like, it doesn't go into like, oh, I lost, I can learn from something like this. It's, I lost and this destroyed me, and I never want to feel this way again. And I'm going to work twice as hard to be just as great as my friends.
Ooh.
And it's just like, yes, I love these people so much.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, Blue Lock is definitely top tier anime, probably best of the year so far. And I'm finishing Attack on Titan with Quinn right now, and season 4 starts out really is a bummer, and then it goes from 0 to a billion so fast. So almost done with that. Man. Probably finish it this weekend, maybe next weekend, depending.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my life more or less. Besides doing some stuff for The Last Voice. But yeah, what about you, Mercedes? What have you been up to?
How many new things do you want to cosplay?
Oh, so many. Oh my gosh. I just got the armor for the depths, and I love it.
I haven't seen
so
that one
pretty.
yet.
It's so pretty. Like, I'm gonna go mess with some of the dye colors and kind of see like what kind of contrasts I can see what the symbols and stuff are on it. But I really love that tunic so much.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's ended up on a list. Yeah, but yeah, outside of playing, it's just mostly been prepping for day camps. My summer is my busy time, so
as if you're not busy like all the time.
I know, right? I've got 2 places that I'll be working at this summer, actually doing day camps, so I'm excited.
Whoa.
Wow!
Yeah, I'll be teaching.
Excited. That sounds terrible.
Teaching game design, game development, composing music with code, and stop motion and claymation. So very excited. Yeah,
awesome.
This weekend I'm actually going to be making some little mini armatures because it's something I haven't done before, and putting clay on top of it and then making it so I can replace the heads. Because I want to show a group of kids how to do that so that they can do like facial expressions on their characters.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's super cool.
Dang.
So, yeah. I'm so excited.
I had someone suggest, it just reminded me of you, but while I was on that trip to Denver, I had someone suggest if I wanted to get back into coding, I should learn C#. Do you know much about that one? Is that a really good one to learn? Nice.
I am currently learning that and use it mostly in Unity. So yes,
nice. I tell you how old I am, but I took like C++ in high school.
Nice.
But I didn't get very far, much beyond like programming my own calculator, and that's about it. but I was like, oh, I kind of want to like learn some more about that and expand my horizons and learn new things. So,
booyah!
Nice.
It's a good thing to do.
How are you feeling about the camps? Are you excited? You nervous? You still got a lot of planning to do?
I'm very excited. I finally got the last of like the planning done. My main job is franchised, so we get this like camps from corporate kind of thing, which means, you know, they're okay. They have activities. But I find it to be a lot more effective if you can, as the teacher, like take it and kind of make it your own. So, yeah. So I've been trying to work with my teachers on that and making it something of their own. You know, because it creates a little bit more ownership. So, but that's all done for the most part.
That sounds very you, Mercedes.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
One of the places I work at actually does cosplay as well at their center.
Ooh.
Last year I helped teach a camp where they made a video game, and then I helped bring their video game characters to life. So,
Aww.
Yeah, it was dope.
That's really cool, yeah. So what are your plans beyond summer camp for the upcoming months? What are you going to work on next?
I don't know. Because it all depends on so many different things. Can I come back to that in a later episode? Like a later episode.
When I'm a human again,
yeah. Yeah. One thing I am excited for coming up. 10-year anniversary.
Ooh, congrats.
10 freaking years that I've been with Chris.
Wow.
I can't believe that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. Congratulations.
It's weird.
Are you guys doing anything fun?
We have a couple options that we're looking at, like going paddleboarding, because we both love that, or we might even, if it's still around, go to the restaurant where he proposed, or number of different things. The restaurant was in an airport. He proposed with a helicopter because he's that awesome.
Wow.
I told him surprise me, and he did. But yeah, that's about it, and probably just chilling because it's in the middle of the week, which is the worst.
Oh man, speaking of anniversaries, we hit our 5-year podcast anniversary.
Right? In that
just barely. Like I was just looking at my Facebook memories, and it was like 5 years ago you started podcast. You started a podcast with VFire. I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's so cool.
So happy 5 years, y'all.
5 years. Holy crap. Oh, yeah. I love doing this. It's so nice.
It's
good.
We have this monthly IT newsletter in my office, and my boss is like, yeah, I'm really wanting to get this back out there. So, David, could you fill this out and, just give us some interesting facts? So I grabbed the picture that Silverfire Studios took of us, because a lot of people were just like selfie at the desk right then and there and like send that in. And I was like, I have a professional shot. And so I kept the water logo, the watermark in it. So that like, okay, we're given due diligence to Sudi, and it's like list some interesting facts, and I was like, I won a cosplay contest, and I'm a big podcaster, and in 2020 that podcast, one of the podcasts won Podcast of the State, and then my boss took a lot of that and really simplified it. I was like, cosplay winner won best podcast of 2020, and I was like, all right, yeah, okay. And I had somebody stop me. I was like, hey, I read the newsletter and it says that you do cosplay. I'd love to see it. So I was like, the one that I won cosplay with, and I showed them the Hollow Knight cosplay, and they're like, you made that? That's so cool. And it was just like, I would have never had that interaction with this person before, just because it's like, I'm there to fix the computer, and then they want me to leave as quickly as possible. So it was just like, tell me everything. What are you working on now? What was your first costume? And I was like, wow, this was really endearing. This was great.
That's so nice.
Aww.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, David, what plans do you have for coming up in the summer?
I have been really just kind of craving Berserk again. I watched the TV show earlier this year, so I might try and make the Dragon Slayer, the big giant sword that, to quote, it is more a slab of steel than it is a sword. That might be my next like big project when I've got crafting time available to me. I know I said that I was wanting to do 3D stuff, and I did the control gun, and was challenging, and I've learned a lot, and I've learned that's a every now and again kind of activity right now. Yeah, I think between that and we've got some books that I've been trying to get some reading in on like sewing and stuff, and I've been reading that, and it's like I really should get back into that. I need to challenge myself, because like the Dragon Slayer is going to be like the easiest thing to build, because it's just this giant slab of foam, and then you just put an edge on it, put a handle on it, and you're done. So sewing is still my Achilles heel, and I want to be better at it.
That sounds awesome. That's really good goals. Dang.
Thank you.
I am
excellent.
I'm kind of in Mercedes' boat where I'm like, I ask the question, but I'm also sitting here going, what do I want to work on next? I don't like. I had a lot of fun doing that Gundam jacket recently.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so good. I legit like. I oftentimes, when I see like the people that I want to excel and whatnot, I have this mentality of boys support boys, BOIS. So that way we don't have to gender it. But like, no matter what, I want to help the algorithm show support to like your content. So I'll comment, I'll like, I'll share. And when I said I'll take 8, it was more of a reference to Futurama. But I legit would buy one. I would legit commission that. It's such a good jacket.
Thanks. Like, I have kind of missed doing like clothing as much as I used to, and like some of the wall scrolls I just can't make into bags super well. So I kind of wanted to branch out and do some fashion stuff, but they're all like one-offs, so I kind of get to like build what I want, and then if somebody wants it, then I can sell it.
Yeah.
So that, I think, for me, like stresses me less than taking specific commissions, because I can just be like, oh, I'm just gonna make this, and it's in this size if you want to buy it. That's
so good. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. So I might do that a little more. I definitely want to clean out my craft room. Yeah, I have so many like work in progresses that have just kind of sat for a bit that I want to like pick back up and finish. So yeah,
I appreciate that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We talked about some of the stuff you've been watching. Have you guys seen any like fun movies, TV series you've been checking out, anything just costume wise that caught your eye?
I've been watching Hilda.
What's Hilda?
Oh yeah, I've seen some of that.
Oh, it's so cute. It's about this little girl who like lives in the countryside and moves to Troll Town. And it's a magical world. There's elves, there's trolls, there's all sorts of things, and it's just about her just trying to find her way and place in life, and also help magical creatures, and it's just adorable, and the soundtrack is banging.
Oh man. Do you want a fun fact about Hilda?
Yes.
Do you know who does her voice?
I don't.
Bella Ramsey.
No.
From The Last of Us. Yes. Yes way. Yes. So it's cute because it's like very different vibe. It's like very like cottagecore, adorable, like explore in the woods vibe, and then it's Bella Ramsey.
That's so cool.
Oh.
The scariest person in Game of Thrones.
I'm pulling up my recently consumed media list because I'm trying to track like everything that I've watched and read. I read the first 2 Kyoshi books from the Avatar series.
Oh, nice.
Those were really, really well done. It took me a little while to like combat in writing, especially like hand-to-hand combat, feels like always a little funky. But I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I liked seeing the rise of who Kyoshi was before. The TV series just got announced, and they're revealing like character animations and styles and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
So that was really cool. I recently also watched Conan the Barbarian, and
Was that good?
Wow.
yeah, it's not good. I gave it a 5. It's mid at most.
Okay, which version? It's not the old like Arnold one, was it?
It is the old Arnold one. Yeah.
Oh,
it's a 5 at
heck
most.
yes.
There's a line where he's trying to figure out who killed his parents, and this ties back to Tears of the Kingdom in a second. But he goes, What is it that you are looking for, Conan? I am looking for a banner, a brand of 2 snakes facing each other like this. And the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom are 2 dragons that face each other like this, and it makes it every time I
gosh.
like this.
Oh my gosh, you should make a TikTok of just that.
I can figure out how to make sounds work on TikTok. I will definitely do that.
That's amazing.
Oh goodness sakes.
Speaking of reading stuff, I actually read Tress of the Emerald Sea, one of Brandon Sanderson's secret projects.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed that. He apparently wrote this one after watching Princess Bride with his family, and his wife was like, well, what would have happened if she had actually searched for Wesley at the beginning instead of just, staying? And it's like, he went, and it has like I finished reading it and I was like, man, that had some major Princess Bride vibes. And then I read the ending where he's like, this is where my inspiration was. And I was like, it was. It was so cute. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Nice. I've been on a big reading kick lately also. Gosh. So as some of you may have heard, JoJo's Part 9, The JoJo Land, is coming out. The main JoJo's name is Jodio, which is really interesting. I've been wanting to get started on it, but I am like at the very, very end of JoJo Leon, which is part 8. So I'm like 5 chapters away from the end of JoJo Leon because I've been like rereading a lot and catching up on it. And
nice.
It just dropped some like major like canon stuff that I am still trying to wrap my head around.
Oh, I'm so excited.
That like called back all the way to part 1, which I wasn't expecting.
What?
Yeah, it was pretty wild, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody. So that was exciting. I listened to a ton of audiobooks. Lately I've been into like mostly friend recommended ones, but I started the ACOTAR series, The Court of Thorns and Roses. I blazed through the like Cruel Prince series. If you haven't read that was a fun one with like takes place in like the fairy world, where there's all these like fae princes, and fae can't tell a lie, but they speak like not quite truths, and it plays with ideas with that with humans that interact in their world. It was really fun. I sped read through that because I enjoyed it a lot. Oh gosh, what else did I read? Hina suggested one to me that was like an older fantasy one, but I actually really liked it, called Rebel of the Sands. And it kind of had, I don't know if you guys have seen, like, I'm jumping all over like the place with my brain today, but if you've seen the Star Wars season 2 of Visions, where it's like all these short animations by different companies, they did one that's like more like Middle Eastern countries and kind of like, well, I mean, it's Star Wars, so they're all like, all over the galaxy, but it had like those kind of vibes, and it was really cool. And Rebel of the Sands had the same sort of like vibes, where you had like not quite the Force, but like these different abilities that people could call upon in the deserts, and all these different cultures that you learn about. And it was really fun.
Cool.
Sweet.
yeah, it was really cool. And it was kind of like, I don't know, here you hear fantasy and you think like Lord of the Rings and you think like Dragonlance and all these like Game of Thrones classic fantasy that we think, and it's all like kind of like European. So it was really cool to get fantasy, but like different flavor of just the usual fantasy that we always see. It was really fun. And weirdly, I have been reading like some nonfiction lately.
Ooh.
Yeah. I it was just like one of the like popular books lately, but it was Spare, the autobiography by Prince Harry.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
And him talking about what it was like growing up in the royal family. And it gets really like sad in places and whatnot to make sure you're in like a good headspace, but is really wild to just see kind of like how warped the reality is for people in that circle. And like how hard he has worked despite him being told since he was like a very small child that you're just the spare. So that was a really cool story. I say it's an autobiography.
Yeah.
But gosh, what did I start on just recently? Oh, I'm reading sorry, I just kind of like took over with like, here's my book list, guys.
You're good, man.
It's a good book list.
Yeah.
So I started reading one that's called Red, White, and Royal Blue. That is, they're actually making a movie of it that's coming out next year. And they've even announced like the cast for it, but it's like in a fictional America / the world, where after Obama was president, we got a woman president who is a Democrat, and her son and the fictional royal family in the UK has a spare son, and they fall in love. And it's an adorable, like, just if you want a wholesome, fluffy love story, which I'm like not always into because I like the drama and the angst and stuff. But if you want like a really like tooth-rottingly sweet, I mean, there's still like some drama in there and whatnot, but it's very fun and very cute. Just I don't know. I really enjoyed that one. And
Speaking of autobiography, I started, I'm only like 8 chapters in to Eddie Izzard's book.
Oh, yeah?
Called Believe Me, a memoir of love, death, and jazz chickens.
Oh my god.
And she is reading the book. And so in the book, she's written footnotes, but then she'll like go off on her own tangent and she'll be like, I'm so sorry. That was end of tangent. End of tangents forever. I will stop doing tangents. And then we went to Nordshire. Now I'm saying Nordshire, but it's actually spelled Notcher. And I'm just saying it like I would normally say it because I was raised there. Sorry, end of tangent. And she would just continue going on. She's great. I love her comedy so much.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. I'll have to check that one out. Like, I don't know why I've been on such a book binge lately, but probably because I can like listen to them and work on other stuff.
Definitely.
But more to add. My list is just going to never end, which I'm not sad about.
Yeah, no, good list.
Nice. Well, it was good to catch up with y'all. Do we have a horror story to read?
Horror stories. Spooky.
We've got one from Sam the Foam Guy. He writes, on my Fallout 4 power armor, I had some big foam implants in the boots to make me taller, but I used a bunch of screws to secure them in place instead of contact cement. I had to skip church and the next day of school because I couldn't walk properly because of how many blisters I had on my feet.
Oh no.
Remember to do several test walks before you hit the con floor.
Oh, I can just imagine how painful that is. It sounds awful.
Yeah, that's not fun at all.
Oh, no. Well, I'm glad you are okay, Sam, and hopefully your shoes go better in the future builds.
Yeah.
Thank you
definitely.
for sharing. If y'all at home want to share with us your cosplay horror stories, happy stories, or your favorite cosplay hacks, you can always do that at cosplaystitchandseam@gmail.com or
you can go to the website, cosplaystitchandseam.com, and fill out our forms there, or
Go to the Facebook page. Let us know what you're working on there and join our fantastic community or join our Discord. Either or, we have a great group of people that want to see you grow, see you develop, and see what you're working on. If you're online and you want to help out the show, leave us a review wherever the apps let you. And if you've got a few bucks, we have a coffee and a Patreon. Some of the patrons we need to thank today are Delayed Cosplay, Cynthia Eve Cosplay, Starfetcher, Mace, Tim Yoke, Wanderboy Cosplay, Trough Cos, Lydia, Rose Does, Yggdrasil, Dr. Steggy, Cynics, Hot Riku, Renamira, Jazzy Kofet, Jaguar Queen, Glorious Shoe, Sudi, and
Silver Deeds.
we're gonna get a sound effect for Silver Deeds. It's just
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it, and I'm not gonna tell you guys.
Those are the best ones, though.
It's gonna be a bad radio morning DJ like Silver Deeds.
Oh my gosh, with the horns. Oh man. So speaking of party animals, tell me, who is the biggest party animal in Hyrule?
Who is the biggest party animal in Hyrule?
Bless you. It's Hestu. He's Deku-list. Deku-list. He's Deku-list.
Oh,
All right, bye guys. Go play Tears of the Kingdom.
he would love that.
Oh my gosh, have you seen people just like buying the little Koroks?
Yes.
Just sending them up in rocket ships and
I love just
Dropping them into the
eating them.
depths.
Oh.
Okay, bye guys.
bye.
Bye.